January 12th, 2018 was the night before my life flashed before my eyes. It was barely the second week into 2018, and everything in my life seemed to be going great. Maybe just a little too great, but I didn't question it. I came back to Arizona a few days before school started just so that I'd have enough time to get ready, but I was still wishing I was laying on the beach. So that night, on that really cold Prescott winter night, I thought about the warmth of the sun on my skin and the sound of the soothing ocean as it crashed on the beach. But as I fell asleep dreaming about paradise, there was nothing that would prepare me for the most distressful morning I would ever experience to this day. I woke up the next morning a little earlier than usual. It was just enough to see the sunrise. So I got out of bed, I took a couple pictures, and I was still pretty tired, so I got a couple more hours of sleep. And when I woke up later that morning, I had a text from my mom and my brother. I was a little confused, so I get my phone, I open up the message app, and the preview of the text said, "We just got this." I was pretty confused, so I opened the message. And my heart dropped. I was not at all prepared for what I was about to read. It was a screenshot of a text message from Civil Defense that said, "Ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill." And without a thought, I called my mother, and when she answered before she could even say anything, I asked her a million questions like, where will you go? What's gonna happen? Is this a prank? Etc. And after my rapid fire of questions, I heard my mother take a breath. And she finally answered me, "There is nowhere we can go but here." And to hear the sadness and the fear in her voice, it made my heart ache even more. I was stuck. I had no idea what to do. And the truth was, there was nothing I could do. I couldn't stop a missile hitting Hawaii. I couldn't protect my family. I'm 1,000 miles away. So the one thing that popped up in my head that I thought that I could do was to call Civil Defense. So I found the number, I let my mom know, I hung up, and I called Civil Defense. Obviously, their phone line was super busy. So I hung up and took a couple moments to myself. And as I sat on the edge of my bed, it was like a train of anger, confusion, and frustration just hit me, and I felt a flood of tears run down my face. Every single person in my family and all of my friends were at home except my brother. Just the mere possibility that there would be no home to even call home, no family to go home to, we couldn't believe it. And as I sat in a puddle of tears, all I could think about were the moments that I took for granted, the people that I took for granted, and all the times that I wouldn't get back, and all the moments I wouldn't be able to make. And in the middle of my sorrow, my phone rings, and it's my mother. I answer the phone, and before I can even ask her a million more questions, she said, "We finally received an official message of apology, and they said that it was a mistake." Although I was super upset at such a stupid mistake, I was relieved. I had my family, they were safe, and I had a home. It made me remember the value of my family and the value of time, and not to take people for granted while you have them, because you're not always guaranteed another day. And that awful hour-long of a morning just reminded me of that. And every time that they call, or every time I call them, I appreciate every minute that I get to talk to them, because it's not always guaranteed that I'll have another.